Good morning, everyone. I'm Karen Curry Parker. I'm so excited to have you here in our Quantum Human Design Coach Forum. Every day, Monday through Friday, we are talking about different coaching topics. On Mondays, oops, I forgot my list. On Mondays, we're talking about your coaching skills and how to be a better coach using quantum human design and other tools. On Tuesdays, we're talking about structuring your coaching practice. On Wednesdays, today, we're talking about how to market your coaching practice by design. On Thursdays, we're going to be talking about specific coaching topics, how to use human design or quantum human design with specific topics that your clients are bringing to you that they're wanting you to coach them on. So we're going to look at quantum human design and things like money and relationships and mindset, and how do you stick to habits by design? How do you follow through on your commitments? These are kind of some of the topics we're going to be talking about on Thursdays. And on Fridays, we're going to talk about you and what you need to stay sustainable with your coaching practice as a coach so that you can keep doing the work you love and keep showing up for that place of service that only you can play in the entire world. So I'm excited today to talk about marketing. And marketing is a really interesting concept and an interesting conversation, because I believe personally that marketing is something that's in a lot of flux right now. I think in the past, when we were really more materialistic, if you will, in our perspectives, and we were still living from a very materialistic driver in business, we were oftentimes gauging our value and the value of our business and generating value towards our business by virtue of how much money we made. And that money metric became the measure of the value of the business. And I think for a lot of coaches and anybody that's in a service profession, that marketing for money, marketing for that towards that metric that we use sometimes to gauge value is really uncomfortable for a lot of reasons. One of the reasons is a lot of us are still clearing old karmic patterns and old thought forms and beliefs about our value, particularly in a service-based business. So oftentimes, before we can even market effectively and comfortably, we have to clear up any sort of challenges we might have with our own value. And I will certainly say, in my years as working as a coach and helping other coaches, the single biggest block to effective marketing is not standing in and owning your value. But we're going to talk about that next week. So next week, come back. We'll talk about self-worth, human design, and value. But marketing is a topic that people feel really uncomfortable with. And a lot of times I think we feel uncomfortable with marketing is because we really don't understand it. We don't realize that marketing is a skill set, and we have a tendency to believe that in order for us to genuinely sell what we have to kind of be marketers. We have to put on our marketing personality, and we have to do all these things that feel sort of unnatural, inauthentic, and unreal, right? And it doesn't feel good. So I want to explore with you as we on our Wednesdays, how can you move into a marketing skill set that feels easy and natural and doesn't make you feel like you're a used car salesman, that allows you to stand and hold your value, that allows you to stand and hold the value of the service you're providing, and also allows you to serve in a way that really supports not only you and your practice, but really allows you to have an avenue to do the service that you feel called to do in the world. And there's a lot of mythology we have to blow up around marketing, and particularly even marketing and type. So we're going to start all of those conversations next week, because we can't talk about marketing if we don't cover some of the really important basics. And I know that for some of you, this might be like, yeah, I know all this. But I will say that when I look at people's sales letters, when I look at people's sales copy, when I look at the way in which people are selling, when I look at advertising, when I look at the things we post on social media because we're having a sale or whatever, there are some fundamental core mistakes, if you want to call it, that I see people make consistently. And so I want to flesh this out. Even though it might be basic, it is literally the most important thing about your marketing practice. So here's what I want to talk about today. If you're going to sell something, whether it's a service, whether it's a coaching package, whether it's a 3-month group coaching program, whether it's a year-long mentorship program, whatever it might be, if you're going to sell it, you have to know what you're selling and you have to know how to talk about it. And I will challenge a lot of you to say that you might not actually be selling what you think you're selling. So there are 3 things we have to look at when we're looking at marketing. And we're talking about what is it that you're selling. So those 3 things are product, services, and results. So there is a tendency to talk about, when we're selling something, to talk about the product that we're selling or the service that we're providing. We tell our clients, I've got this really great program, or I've got this really great reading, or I've got this really great coaching practice, and we unpack all the features of whatever it is that we're selling. And our clients are like, yeah, okay, that's great. But we're not really talking to the clients from the place where they are able to really hear why they should be engaged with the product or the service that you're offering. So selling the feature, selling the details around the product or the service that you're offering without really getting down onto the level of, hey, what does my client need? What is my client going to get from this? What are the benefits or the results that my client is going to have from working with me? Is a really huge mistake. Your clients aren't looking on the internet for, what's a 3-month coaching program I can buy? That's not what they're searching for. They're not looking for, what kind of a one-off reading can I get? They're not looking for the product. They're not looking for the service. They're looking for, what's my pain and what are you going to do to help me get out of my pain? They're looking for, what's the benefits and the results that I'm going to get from working with you and your service? And what is that going to entail? Because one of the other things your clients don't want is, they don't want to do a whole lot of work. You know that sometimes they have to. We know that, right? Sometimes we know when our client shows up in the door and they're like, I want a 1-hour reading. Of course, they're not going to say that. They're going to tell you, I'm really struggling with money. And they've hired you for a 1-hour reading. You're probably not going to be able to give them the entire scope of what you can offer them over the course of 1 hour. And as you unpack what's going on in that dialogue for that 1-hour session, you might get some really deep insights into, wow, there's a really interesting spaghetti mess in this client's mindset that really, this client could really benefit from somebody to sit with them and sort of untangle all the spaghetti. And it might take work, but you don't want to market work. And you don't want to make it sound like it's going to be this really labor intensive, gut wrenching, soul cleansing, transformative, like as in butterfly, the caterpillar turning to mush, then emerging as butterfly kind of a process. Not because that isn't what you're going to deliver, but that's not what your clients are going to want on the front end. They want to know, what am I in pain? What's my pain? How do I get out of my pain? The fastest, quickest, easy way possible. You're going to have to meet your clients where they are to be able to talk to them, to build that bridge with your marketing, to help them understand that you absolutely have the answers to the challenges that they're struggling with, and that you can deliver at least the beginning answers in the product that you're giving them. But you can't market the product. You have to market, what are your clients going to get? So how does that look? Let's say you're doing a reading. And that's what you're selling. Let's say you're selling 1-hour quantum human design readings, all right? If you're selling a reading, you're not going to sell, hey, I have a 1-hour human design reading. It's $350. You're going to sell with contemplative questions. You're going to start off with, hey, what are you struggling with in your life right now? Maybe you're doing specific readings around money. So you want to start with a question maybe that allows them to explore for a second through responsiveness. Maybe you want to ask a question that says, are you struggling with money? Does it feel like money is your enemy and not your friend? Would you like to have a relationship with money where money becomes a tool that you use to amplify the quality of your life, your sense of well-being, deepens your experience of security and stability. These are powerful contemplative questions that you can use to lead your client into the product that you have. So the next thing you might want to say to your client is, a 1-hour human design reading gives you key insights into your relationship with money. When you explore quantum human design and how you are hardwired to generate money in your life, you begin to get key information that will help you reframe your relationship with money and give you new ways to engage with money so that you can turn money into your friend instead of your enemy. I'm having a special right now on a 1-hour human design reading, quantum human design reading. Click here to learn more. That's a little bit different than talking about the product. You're talking to your client and addressing the potential benefits and features, not features, but benefits or results that your clients can get from working with you. We sometimes fall so deeply in love with our product, and we should. You guys are offering amazing stuff. You're doing really great work in the world. And sometimes we're so in love with that product and that service, though, that we forget to build that bridge with our marketing, that we forget that our clients don't know what our product is, and they don't really care, honestly, what our product is. What they want to know is, how can you help me? How can you help me get out of pain? And generally speaking, our clients are experiencing pain in 5 key areas of their life. They're either struggling with money or career, they're struggling with health or wellness, they're struggling with relationships, they're struggling with their lifestyle, or they're struggling with their spiritual connection. And if you can hit any of those 5 areas and really speak strongly to the benefits, to the results that you can give people in those areas of their life, they're going to have a much bigger bridge to cross over from where they are now to working with you and purchasing your services and becoming your client. So, big question for today, some contemplation for you is, what are you selling? What is the product that you're selling or the service that you're selling? And what are the results that people have as a result of working with you? And really key into, to make a note, write this out for yourself, because you want to be able to talk about this without having to think about it. It needs to become such a natural part of your vocabulary that when you're encountering people, or you're talking, or you're speaking, or you're sharing on social media, you're always speaking to the results and the bridge that you can build with your understanding of the potential results that your clients can get, and knowing, because you understand what the results are, also what your client's potential pain is. You're always going to be communicating on that bridge, always going to be building that bridge between the pain that they're in and the benefits and the results that they can get from working with you. The product, the service, that's just a little detail. It's really not that big of a part of the selling process at all. And yet it's oftentimes a place where you get hung up. So make a list today. What are the results that people get from you? What are the benefits that they get from working with you? What have you seen in your clients that you've worked with before? If you're relatively new to coaching or you just started coaching, think about what you can offer people, what you know that your services can create for people. And then think about, what products do you have? And sort of put it in that order. What is your product? What is the benefit or the result that your product has? And how can you talk about that benefit and that result? That's essential for good, strong marketing. And I'll tell you another secret, and you probably already know this, but it's good to start at the beginning, at the basics. You get excited about talking about the benefits. You enjoy talking about the results of your clients. You enjoy giving your clients hope. That's the part in the marketing process that we love, that we get excited about. And when you're excited about what you can potentially do for someone as in your place of service, and you stay in that excitement about, hey, I've got this thing for you, you don't have to suffer anymore, and you can be in that excitement, that's going to sell more than any technique or strategy or marketing tool or video or whatever. Your love for your client and your excitement about what you can do for the people you are serving, that's what sells. Next week, we're going to go a little bit more into marketing by design and look at human design types and some really important things you need to include in your marketing depending on your quantum human design type. I hope you guys have a good day. Post some notes or any comments or thoughts you have below. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. We're going to talk about specific coaching topics in quantum human design tomorrow. Have a good one.